Hey guys, my name's Cora. Welcome to another episode of the Slow Movement series. For this video, we're going to do a couple of really simple poses that will help you decompress your spine. And what that means is basically the postures that we do will help to undo all of the sitting and standing that you do throughout the day. So welcome to your Decompress Your Spine practice. The only thing you might want is a block. We're going to start in child's pose. So take your knees out a little bit wider than your hips, about mat width apart. Bring your bum back to your heels and reach your hands forward in front of you. Now, why you might want your block is that we're going to take a different variation where you come up onto your fingertips. So fingertips on the floor, palms off the floor. Bring your forehead down to the mat. And if that feels weird on your neck or it just, it doesn't work, grab your block and place that underneath your forehead. Just make sure your chin still draws into your chest. Then press down into your fingers and push the mat forward, almost like you're trying to bring your bum a little closer to your heels. From there, see if you can lengthen through the sides of your waist and reach your chest forward. And start to find your slow, deep Ujjayi breath here. So a steady, full in-breath and a complete, full out-breath. And for the duration of your practice, see if you can keep your breath as full and steady and balanced as you can without ever pushing it to the point of struggle or strain. Now just slowly bring your palms back down to the floor. Lift your head away from the floor or the block. If you had a block under your head, just move that out to the side. And then on your next inhale, come up onto all fours. From all fours, let's move into down dog. So tuck your toes under, lift your knees away from the mat, and send your hips up towards the ceiling. We want to make sure that the fingers are spread wide, index finger and thumb pressed down. And we're going to hold this down dog for a while. So for the first couple of breaths, take some movement through your feet. So just begin to pedal one foot and then the other, so that you bend one knee, straighten the opposite leg, and push that heel down. And then switch sides. And if there's any sort of free-form movement that you want to take here, like coming high onto your toes or bringing both heels to one side and then the other, you're more than welcome to do that. And then find your way back to stillness. And just like we did in child's pose, push your hands into the floor so that you can create even more length through your spine. But just be mindful that we want the belly and the ribs supporting the spine. So instead of letting the belly and the ribs flare out, draw the belly and the ribs in and up. And relax your head. And you might even want to take your left ear to your left bicep, and your right ear to your right bicep, just stretching through the neck. And just take one more breath here. And then look forward and walk your feet all the way up to your hands. You could do this with straight legs if that feels like it would be interesting, but you could also bend your knees, totally up to you. And let's move into a forward bend, so feet at about hip width apart. Bend your knees until your belly and your thighs touch, and then totally relax your upper body. Grab a hold of opposite elbows, and let the weight of your arms gently create more space between your vertebrae. Let your head get super heavy. And again, more than welcome to move here if that would feel good. And the idea with this posture is that we use gravity to gently decompress the spaces in our spine and sort of unwind or undo all of the sitting and the standing that we do throughout the day. And if this feels really good in your body, of course you could stay here longer. But if you're ready to come out, bring your fingertips to the floor, feet all the way together to touch. Now on an inhale, lengthen through your spine as much as you can. Get long, 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 long. Keep the chin drawing in. And then bend your knees, lift your heels, come into a squat with your heels off the floor. From here, it can be useful to send your hands forward for balance. All we're going to do is sit down. So reach your hands forward, and as you reach forward, start to bring your heels down towards the mat. Maybe you can even bring your bum down to the floor without your hands. Of course, if that doesn't work, use your hands. And then just lie all the way down onto your back. Once you're on your back, interlace your fingers so that your palms face straight up towards the ceiling, and then reach your arms up overhead. With your arms up overhead, draw your shoulders back into their sockets, bring your feet together, and flex your feet. So push out through your heels, draw your toes back. Now imagine you could create even more space through your entire body by reaching your heels forward and your palms towards the wall behind you. Again, keep the belly and the ribs drawing in, so we don't want the belly to flare out here. Just take one more breath like this. And then as you exhale, go totally limp. Just let it all go. And reach your arms down beside you. Gently press the back of your head into the floor and lift your shoulder blades. Tuck them underneath your upper back. Draw your chin in towards your throat, but don't be aggressive with it. Be super gentle, just so that you create a little bit more length through the back of your neck. And then allow your whole body to get super, super heavy. Take a full deep breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth and just sigh it out. Now, if you have the time, and I suggest that you make the time, if you can, you could stay here for a couple of minutes. 2 or 3 minutes will be really effective. And allow your body to totally let go. And whenever you're ready to get up, do that slowly and mindfully with intention.